I've got a question for you. Are you living life, or is life living you? Do you believe the best way to predict your future is to create it? Are you part of the 0.1% who don't dream their life, but live their dream? Do you believe if your goals don't scare you and excite you at the same time, then they aren't big enough? I ask you again, are you living life, or is life living you? Godly intellect, here to help you transform yourself, here to help you reinvent yourself. To God be the glory. Remain focused. The number one reason people fail is broken focus. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Now the foundation of greatness is built on remaining focused. Let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we remain focused. With each letter of the word focus representing a law or an element of greatness that must be tapped into in order to go to that godly level. Now F is the first letter of the word focus, and it stands for fear of failure. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. One of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. We should never fear failure. There's no secret to success. It's all about preparing, hard work, and learning from failure. Let's go to the word. 2 Timothy 1 verse 12 to 13 says, "For this reason I also suffer from these things, but I am not ashamed, for I know whom I have believed, and I am convinced that he is able to guard what I have entrusted to him until that day." We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Finite meaning temporary. Failure is just temporary. I believe God is managing affairs and that He does not need any advice from me. With God in charge, I believe everything will work out for the best in the end. So what is there to fear? Do you really want to be great? Then you have to master the courage to fail big and stick around. Make them wonder how you're still in it. In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. The second letter in the word focus is O, which stands for overcome adversity. When you face difficult times, know that challenges are not sent to destroy you. They are sent to promote, increase, and strengthen you. The best things in life arise out of the toughest situations. So don't discard challenges, for it is in the challenge that fruit lies. Never let hard times break you. Be strengthened by the adverse circumstances you are going through and allow yourself to gain from these experiences. Let's back this up with the word. James 1 verse 2 to 4 says, "When troubles come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. Let the light of faith guide you during the time of hardship and adversity. Don't let the fear and negativity affect you." The third letter in the word focus is C, which stands for commitment. Commit your works to the Lord. Submit and trust them to Him, and your plans will succeed. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. If you're doing great work, don't stop. Press on and keep working, no matter what others say or how much they discourage you. Commitment is essential. To not be negative about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your request be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. Great victory can follow after a shocking defeat if there is a positive persistence in persuasions. Never say never. Keep the hope alive. Keep the faith. Keep working hard and great things will happen. The fourth letter in the word focus is U, which stands for understand your calling in life. 1 Corinthians 16 verse 14 says, "Let everything you do be done in love, motivated and inspired by God's love for us." We were born to be real, not to be perfect. It is better to end something you don't want and start another that you do want than to imprison yourself in hoping things will get better soon. Make sure you don't start seeing yourself through the eyes of those who undermine your ability. Know your goals and dreams and believe in them even if they don't. Don't ever be afraid to chase your calling. Don't ever be afraid to show who you really are, because as long as you are happy with yourself, no one else's opinion matters. Live life like how you want to, not how people want you to. You are your own person. No matter how hard you try to be someone else, it doesn't work. Be yourself and that will work. Colossians 3 verse 23 to 24 says, "Whatever you do, whatever your calling may be, work from the soul. That is, put in your very best effort as something done for the Lord and not for men, knowing with all certainty that it is from the Lord, not from men, that you will receive the inheritance which is your greatest reward. It is the Lord Christ whom you actually serve." The last letter in the word focus is S, which stands for self-belief. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Complete self-belief is not achieved overnight. It can be achieved by learning from mistakes. It can be achieved by learning from experiences. Self-belief is something that you acquire in yourself by believing in self-ability. With courage and conviction, to be a great champion, you must believe you are the best. If you're not, pretend you are. No one is perfect. Even the most confident people have insecurities. At some point in our lives, we may feel we lack something. That is reality. We must just try to live as how far our capabilities can take us. Self-belief is like fire. Unless you keep adding fuel, it dies. Your fuel is your belief in your inner values. Dear young people, do not bury your talents, the gifts that God has given you. Do not be afraid to dream of great things. Let's close this with the word. 2 Corinthians 13 verse 5 says, "Test yourself to see if you are in the faith. Examine yourself. Or do you not recognize this about yourself? That Jesus Christ is in you, unless indeed you fail the test." Godly intellect, blessed and unstoppable. My name is not to taste, and to God be the glory.